In my opinion, this is probably the most anticipated video that I've done, at least for myself, because this is a huge mystery, and I think it'll be either answered in this episode or we'll be given more details. So today, guys, we're going to be discussing Sophie and MInerva's fate. 10's twin sisters that supposedly died by walkers, that was kind of explained in episode 1, their outcome. Again, spoiler warning if you haven't watched or played episode 1 Done Running. I'm going to be going through a lot of stuff in this video, guys. If we could go for 1,000 likes, that'd be my goal. Since this is one of my more anticipated theories, I think you guys will actually like this one. Make sure to leave me down below in the comments what you think happened to Sophie and MInerva, and do you think, you know, what's their outcome? And make sure you go vote the straw poll down below. And remember, guys, we're doing a giveaway for the Walking Dead final season. It will be this Monday. The live stream for the final season. Remember, we're getting a sneak peek on Sunday. I'll be streaming it this Sunday. Make sure you guys come in the live stream this Sunday and keep up to date with that. But remember, this Sunday, 6 to 7 Pacific, Walking Dead reunion panel, and they'll have a sneak peek for the Walking Dead final season. So, just wanted to get you guys that. We're going to go through a lot of stuff in this video, so I hope you guys do enjoy. And if you haven't already, smack the subscribe button, hit a like, and make sure the notification bell. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace. Firstly, before I can go into theories, we got to talk about who Sophie and MInerva are and what happened to them. So, Sophie and MInerva were confirmed as 10's twin sisters that got lost over a year ago to walkers. At least the story that was told by Brody and Marlon is that they went past the safe zone and got lost. And they died to walkers. At least that's what Brody and Marlon told everybody. And the loss affected 10, Violet, a bunch of the other kids, but mainly 10 and Violet. Violet because she's lesbian and she was dating MInerva. Because remember, we had on that heart that said V plus M. And then we also had 10 because, again, these were his sisters. So they're both teenagers. They're red-haired. And this is pretty crazy how it went down. A little over a year, Marlon, we found out the revelation from Marlon that it wasn't actually walkers that killed him. They might not even be dead. Marlon traded the kids along with Brody, but Marlon was the main head of this, traded the kids to raiders. The raiders, again, that are with Abel, and we don't know who the leader is yet of this group. I talked about that in yesterday's video, but he traded them to these raiders. And these raiders, we don't know what they wanted them for, but they traded them in exchange for safety. And they were going to do the same thing with Clementine and AJ. Marlon was planning to do that. Brody obviously wasn't a big, you know, I'm okay with this plan from Marlon, but she didn't want to obviously tell anybody until push came to shove and she, you know, her and Marlon got in that confrontation. And that led to Brody's death and Marlon's death. So, we're going to start our predictions here, but let's go through some interesting details that, you know, could hint at what could happen.
What you looking at? V plus M. Violet and MInerva. What does that mean? It means that they were a couple.
What?
Violet was Minnie's girlfriend.
Oh. Love.
She heard us, Marlon. We should just tell her.
No, this is a private conversation.
The man you met at the station. We got history.
Brody, don't listen to her, Clem. She's acting crazy.
Marlon let him take the twins. Him and his people.
Brody!
10 sisters. I thought they were killed by walkers.
That's the story we told everyone.
Shut up!
Because Marlon was so ashamed of what she
Brody told me Marlon was gonna give me and AJ up to raiders in exchange for safety. The same way he gave up Sophie and Minnie.
So those are all important points. This point here, this kind of explains Marlon's backstory on it. So listen to this.
I made the right call. I saved the lives of everyone in this fucking school. If they came back, I'd do it again.
Excuse me?
I didn't realize we were so fucking expendable.
You told me they died!
I had to save the rest of you, okay?
You gave my sisters away! Why would you do something like that? I trusted you, Marlon. They trusted you. all just... I know.
I wanted to get them. Stage some kind of rescue. Honest, Ted, I just couldn't. I was too afraid.
You killed Brody because she knew.
I didn't mean to. I didn't want this. I wanted to save all of you. Sophie, MInerva.
This story has everything. We have love, we have brothers and sisters, we have friendship, we have betrayal. This is like the perfect Walking Dead kind of thing I love to cover, because there's so much going around revolved around Sophie and MInerva. We have the betrayal of Marlon and Brody. We have the love between Violet and MInerva. We have the sistership between Ten and the two sisters. We have friendship with everyone else. And we have the potential Clementine member with Violet romance that could be coming in episode 2. That could be, be a very interesting thing if MInerva and Sophie come back up. Now, it seems like Violet's kind of forgotten about them. At least MInerva, remember, because V plus M, they were in a relationship. So, firstly, I'm going to start to predict now what I think happened. I believe the twins are alive. I believe they are part... Now, the big emphasis is going to be what are they doing in the Raiders settlement? What do the Raiders want with the twins? Are they doing something sinister to them? Are they keeping them as members? Are they torturing them? There's a lot of possibilities. It's been a year, so maybe they were converted. Maybe now they're members. Maybe they steal members from other groups and, use them as... Maybe they're slaves. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities what their outcome could be. I don't see them as dead, though. And if they are dead, this is definitely going to be some interesting... Maybe they'll die in the beginning, or one of them will die in the beginning. I don't think both of them are going to survive that long. If they're both alive at the beginning, one of them may get killed off early to bring some kind of shock value. Maybe it'll be MInerva. And if MInerva dies, maybe then it'll get Violet and Clementine more potential to have a relationship. Close relationship. Because that's going to be very, very interesting to see how the interaction is. Now, with the leader, whoever the leader of the Raiders is, why did they want Sophie and MInerva? That, and what are they doing with them now? Those are the two big questions you got to answer for yourself. Now, Marlon wanted to stage a rescue. We heard that clip earlier in the video. He wanted to stage a rescue. He was scared. I mean, he did all the things a leader shouldn't do in that situation. And doing the same thing, we find out maybe now that Clementine and AJ know that they were going to Marlon was going to trade them off, maybe Clementine and AJ will, maybe go infiltrate this Raider base. Maybe go off as a sacrifice or something. Who knows? There's many possibilities, but we're going to run into these Raiders in this episode, so maybe we'll run into their camp, settlement, city, whatever it is. And we may see Sophie and MInerva. I personally do not believe we're going to see Sophie and MInerva in episode 2 unless it's at the ending. We're not going to see them anytime near the beginning, remember, because they're in this Raider settlement right now. So the only way we see them is if we go in the Raider settlement near the end of the episode and we run into them, see them prisoner, whatever they're doing. Or we could be seeing them sometime in episode 3. I don't think we're going to see them in episode 2 unless it's at the very, very ending of the episode. Maybe we're with Violet or Lewis or somebody. It could be any of those possibilities. But I think we're going to see them in episode 3 as either prisoners or actual members of the society. And I don't know if they're going to be good or bad anymore. Maybe time has changed them. But I don't think they're going to, like I said, they're teenagers. They're not going to be completely converted by whoever this leader / Abel, whoever they are. They're not going to be able to do any of that stuff. So, guys, it's very interesting. What do you guys think happened to Sophie and MInerva? Do you think they're alive? Do you think they're captured? Do you think they're dead? What do you think's their fate? I think there's no doubt in my mind they have to be alive for more of the story. There's a lot of intrigue, especially with Ten's character, Violet's character, any other character that's connected with them, finding out about Marlon's death and betrayal, how they're going to react to that. Brody as well. I mean, because they probably hate the living hell out of Brody and Marlon. There's no doubt in my mind. Now, Violet and MInerva, that's going to be an interesting showcase. Ten and all them. I don't know it. again, no one really else talked about it, but I think Lewis, you know, we don't know about Lewis and his potential relationship with them either, but I'm rambling on here, guys. But I do believe Sophie and MInerva are alive, and they will be coming back at the end of episode 2 or beginning of episode 3 as either villains / prisoners / try to get them out of that settlement and get them out. Who knows? Maybe in episode 2 we're going to get them out of the Raider settlement. We'll have the Raiders come attacking because we know they're going to be attacking. Something's going to happen to the boarding school. There's going to be some kind of major attack. Maybe it's because we rescue Sophie and MInerva. I mean, there's endless possibilities with this, guys. Alright, back-to-back day uploads. I'm actually impressed with myself. Remember, this Sunday, guys, 3 to 4 Pacific time. Episode 2 sneak peek, Walking Dead finale, panel, talking about a bunch of stuff. So if you guys want to do me a favor, if you haven't already, smack a like, hit that subscribe button. Let's go for 1,000 likes. And I'll be sure to catch up with most of your guys' comments, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love. We love y'all.